friends, you are with Kim Byers at the Celebration Shop, and today we are going to make planner stickers with the Cricut Joy. I have had a lot of questions about whether or not the Joy is capable of making planner stickers, and it is a little bit different than how you would do it with the Cricut Maker or the Cricut Explore, because those two machines have the print then cut feature. But trust me, yes, you can make planner stickers with the Cricut Joy, and they turned out beautifully. So let me go over to Cricut Design Space. I'll show you what we're gonna do, and then we'll hit the craft table and we'll put it all together. And if you've not already, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and join me every week for new craft ideas. Okay, let's get going. Here we are in Cricut Design Space, and I have gone ahead and opened up a new canvas, and I pulled in things that I wanted to use as stickers for my particular planner. And so these are things that are personal to me, and that's one of the things I love so much about making your own planner stickers. You can make them say anything you want to, you can make them shaped anyway, colored anyway, and a lot of times, I mean, we're very different, right? Everybody's got their own things that are exciting to them and that they want to highlight or mark in their calendar. For me, we are in the middle of painting some new rooms in our house, and we have a 5K run. I love celebrating birthdays, so I have a little cupcake and daily to-dos, and I need to go to the doctor, and then I need to take the puppy to the vet, and there's football, and there's the sun where we're gonna go on vacation. So you guys can make anything you want to make with your Cricut. And so let me show you how I did this. So obviously some of these are just standard cuts from images. But if you notice, because you can't do print then cut with the Cricut Joy, what I've done is I'm going to use the label vinyl with the pen tool. And what I did is I put behind that my color, because the vinyl that you can write on is white, but I still wanted these to be fun and vibrant. So what I'm doing is I'm writing on the vinyl the things that I want it to say, and I'm using a purple pen. It can't tell it very well, but it's actually lavender, that pen is. And then I'm using colored vinyl behind it. So I'm kind of layering the two. And so when I don't want to say anything necessarily, but I want like an image of a camera, or again, I did the 5K run, like I just put together lettering, and then what I did is I cocked the U so that it was touching the R and the N, and then I welded them together and kind of made my own fun word that would cut out. And you can do all of these things, and then it's always fun to have like little arrows and things on your planner, right? So whatever it is that you've got coming up that month, whether it's birthdays or a 5K run, or you're doing, you're getting your family, photograph taken for the year, or if it's, October and you're doing a pumpkin patch visit, then, you could do little pumpkins. You don't have to use the print then cut feature. You can use what's available for your Cricut Joy. So let me show you how to create a personalized sticker, something you're not going to be able to buy if you buy a sticker sheet or something like that, but something you can make completely personal to you. So what if you were going on a trip, right? So you wanted to do an airplane. And I would choose something simple like this one. Let's grab that and we'll pull that in. And then, so say we'll move this down here a little bit, make him a little bit bigger. And then he's kind of skinny, so let's maybe plump him up a little bit, and then we'll relock that. And then so maybe this trip is going to Disney World. So if we go in and we do like Mickey Mouse ears. Okay, and then I actually already own one. So if we sort by purchased, there's the one that I had already purchased. So we bring that in, and now we can move that down a little bit down here. And of course we want these two new items that we've added. For one, we might want to personalize our ears, right? So say it's a trip to Disney to do a 5K run, or just for fun, just going to Disney, and so you want to put like Byers family or something like that on it, or individual names for each person in your family, and maybe they're all along the days on your calendar that you're going to be gone. So we can go up into Color Sync first, and let's change everything to the color scheme of our stickers. So we can go into, grab these ears. Let's move it up to yellow because Mickey's little buttons are yellow on his outfit, right? And then maybe our airplane, we could make that blue, or we could make it orange. We'll make it blue. Okay, so now everything is within the same color scheme. So we haven't added another color of vinyl that we need. And so say now we want to add text to our Mickey Mouse ears. So I'm just gonna make it a little bit bigger, go down. Okay, so what we would do is we would go over into text, and we would want to select a font that had a writing function. And you can go into fonts and search for those if there's one in particular that you want to see if it has a writing function, but just look over into style and click the down arrow and it'll tell you all the things that font can do. Okay, so let's say we're going to do one for each family member. So we're just going to type the name, and then so we'll take that name, let's really quickly pull it over, whoops. Oh goodness. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to put it onto the white area because, right, this is the piece of vinyl that you can write on. So we're going to want to reduce the size of our font. And so this will fit, that looks good. And then what we could do is if you want to make sure that it's centered, if you click on the font and then you click on the white part of the Mickey and you go up into a line and you can center horizontally. Okay, so see it shifted just a little bit because it wasn't quite center, and now it is. Now if it didn't have the yellow and you wanted to center it for the entire thing, you could also go into align, center vertically. Now it's probably going to make it go high since you have the ears, and it's going to try to center it with the entire thing. But the center vertically works great for these. Okay, so then the next thing you want to do so that it actually writes onto the white is you want to click on the name and then use your shift key and click onto the white. And now what you want to do is attach. Okay, so now our next step is to make it. So let's reduce the size of our screen so we can see all of our elements again. And so if you want to make more things, you want to make a $sign for payday or whatever the case may be, you just keep adding elements in here, and the way you make them personal is by using that vinyl that you can write on. Okay, so let's go ahead and select Make It. And we are going to be using Smart Vinyl and vinyl on a mat because I have two colors of Smart Vinyl and I have my labels, which are a Smart, but then I have to put one of my colors on an actual mat. So we're going to select multiple ways. Okay, and now we can review our artwork. So these are all the things, this white mat, this is all the things that are going to work on our writable label. And what you can do is you can move some things around, right, so that you can maximize your material. But what you can do is you can move around all the things that don't actually have writing on them. So for instance, like this little guy right here, it has writing on it, but you could move it up into this smaller spot. You could move this here. You can save a little bit, right? I'm all about saving as much material as possible. Okay, and so we can scroll down and we see we have 3 different colors. At this point, we've already got our Joy connected, and it's going to connect via Bluetooth because remember the Joy does not have buttons. So whenever you're going through this process, you're going to have to select go and load mat and all that kind of thing here. Now with Smart Vinyl, you don't have to load mat because it's going to recognize and actually measure your Smart Vinyl when you insert it into your project. Okay, so we're going to start with our Smart Label Writable Vinyl. And it's already telling us gel pens and metallic markers are not recommended for this material. And the reason for that, guys, is that it wants to smear a little bit. It's so fast working through the machine that the metallic markers and things can sometimes smear. And that's okay because we are just using a 0.4 tip pen. So now we're going to go over to our machine and I'm going to show you what we have on the craft table, and we're going to go ahead and load up our vinyl. So here we are on my craft table, and let me show you what we're going to be working with today. I have the writable vinyl, Smart Label writable vinyl. I have orange Smart Vinyl, yellow Smart Vinyl, and then this is just a traditional everyday normal vinyl that you can buy. And then I have two lengths of mats. I just wanted to show you that there are two different lengths. There's a 12-inch and a 6-inch. The blue is a light grip, which works totally fine with the everyday vinyl. And then there's a standard grip. And then there's also a purple, if you ever work with Cricut very much, there's a purple one that's like a strong grip. And then we have the pen tool. So this is just the 0.4 violet pen that I'm going to be using today. And there are markers, but they don't recommend using it with the Smart Label. It's great for paper, the paper labels. I love using it there, but not with this writable vinyl because it wants to smear a little bit. It just doesn't dry quite as quickly as the pen does. Then I have the weeding tool and my spatula, and then my scraper, and then I have, of course, my little Cricut Joy. Okay, so let's move everything out of the way and I'll show you how to load up the Smart Label. Okay, so here we are with our writable vinyl. We just want to insert it, lay it flat. See, the machine just pulls it right in, and it's going to measure to make sure that it has enough to do the project. Perfect. And then we just take our pen, and it is simple as opening, pulling out your blade, and then inserting your pen. Now, if you own a Cricut Maker or an Explore, you have to push the pen down till it pops. You don't have to do that with a Cricut Joy. As a matter of fact, you could probably break the housing. So just put it in and close it, and it's perfectly ready to go. So let's go over to our desktop or our mobile device and select to go, because remember, the Cricut Joy does not have any buttons. It's all Bluetooth. Okay, so now the pen tool is done, and what we want to do now is we want to open the clamp, take out the pen, we want to put our blade back in. It's actually that simple, and then we want to select go again on our mobile device or our desktop. Now the blade is going to cut out each one of our vinyl elements. Okay, so now we are done with this one. Everything is cut out. We'll move that to the side. And then we want to do our next color. We're going to use the orange. I love this Smart Vinyl. It is so easy. We literally place it in, and it pulls it in and measures it to make sure we have enough. And then we just select go. Okay, so now that we have written on and cut out our colors, we need to do our fourth color. But before we do, let's go ahead and take our straight edge and cut off right below the last element that was on each color, just so we can put away our materials. And if you can't see it real well, which mine I believe is right here, but you can sort of feel it and you'll be able to feel the cut. Okay, and now we can just put that away. So there's all of our orange. Then we'll do the same with our yellow. Okay, and so then we have materials for another project. Another planner sheet maybe. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is we have our 12-inch mat because we need 9.5 inches of the blue or the aqua, and we need it to be 5.5 inches wide. So the best thing to do is to put it in our trimmer. This is a great tool to have if you have a Joy. Okay, and I think I said 5.5, I meant 4.5. Our mat, if you look at it, just goes to 4.5. So it's kind of hard to mess up. I just misspoke. So we'll do it to 4.5. And then the nice thing about this trimmer is it has a ruler along the edge here as well. So we know we want to go to 9.5, which is right here. So we can just pull that down, make sure that we get 9.5. And then I'm actually just going to take a pair of scissors and trim off the other piece. I love using this trimmer because it makes, you don't waste any material and it keeps everything straight, which is fantastic. Okay, so now what we need to do is put this color on our mat. So it's just like mats for the Maker and for the Explore. And because this is vinyl, we don't have to put it backwards, right? So my best tip is just to start in the upper corners, making sure that there's no bubbles. You can use your hand or you can use your tool. Okay, here we go. So we move our Joy back in. It's already blinking, so it's going to feed. Okay, so we have cut out all 4 of our colors, and what I wanted to show you real quick is when you cut out something on a mat, just make sure that you bend the mat, not the material, so you pull the mat away from the vinyl, okay? And then we'll set that to the side. And so now what we want to do is we want to weed out each of our colors. And what I want to do is I want to weed out the labels and then place them on top of the different colors. But what I want to do is I want to take out the negative space. So what you end up with is the layered, the vinyl written on top of the color, but you end up with a sticker sheet basically. Okay, so I wanted to also show you guys this. So for those of you who have a difficulty seeing when you weed vinyl, this is the bright pad. Okay, so it is great for a lot of things, sewing, any kind of tracing projects, anything like that that you might have, but it works wonders on vinyl. I'm not sure how well the camera is going to pick this up, but I can tell you I can see the designs in here 10 times better than when I was just trying to look at it without backlit. So again, what I want to do is I want to take the white ones, and I actually want to weed out all the negative space from each of the colors and the white, and then we will overlay the white onto the color so you have a sticker sheet. Okay, so we'll take our weeding tool and then we'll just start with a corner. Now that everything is weeded, we can just layer our different designs. So I would take things from the label, just peel them off. And so this one says the plan, and it overlays onto the blue. So just be really careful about placing it in the center. Go down with your fingers, and then just go through all of your different designs and overlay them on top of the different elements. And you have stickers. You have planner stickers. And now with all the vinyl layered, you just put them in your planner. So this is actually my favorite planner. I use the same kind every year. It has a plan for the month, and then it actually even has a plan for each individual day. I use this for my business. So I put my stickers here, and so it's really easy. You literally just pull the vinyl away, and then you can place it on your paper. Make it really pretty and interesting, and then you could even do some for the dailies. So like the daily to-dos, you could have a sheet that was for, the entire, or like sort of I have a set number of things that I do every single day, and so this could be my daily do's, and then I could have that master list for the whole month. I just think it brightens it up, it makes things a lot prettier, and well, it's just fun. Okay, so I hope you guys thought that was simple, and I hope you liked the idea. Using the pen tool and the different cuts of vinyl, I think made a beautiful planner sticker. And I plan on making lots of them. One of the things I like about it so much is that everything can be personalized. Like I can make planner stickers for going to the vet, or for a photo shoot that I have where I might not be able to find those stickers if I was buying a set from someone, but with just everything available in Cricut Access and a little imagination, I was able to make exactly what I needed. So I hope that you will hit that subscribe button and join me every week for new craft ideas. And if you've not already, hop down in the description below and check out the Joy and the pen tools and all the things that we used today. I'll see you guys next time.